guys, it's Kendall. Welcome back to my channel. We're now doing things the K-Viv way. The entire 2017, I feel like I've just been taking L's this whole year, and that's probably a really bad thing to say, but I feel like it's true. And yeah, like most recently, I would say August, I feel like I was just really taking things, like negative things were still happening, but I was just taking them like so hard, and I don't even know why. I want to say it was a really mild depression. Like some days I would literally like not even get up, not even try, like not even go to work, not even take Miles to school, just literally just be bedridden because I felt like everything around me was just so overwhelming. But let me just define, because I looked it up and I've seen like some other people do videos like this where they're talking about their quarter life crisis. So Wikipedia defines a quarter life crisis as a period of life ranging from 20s, I'm 23, almost 24, 20s to 30s, in which a person begins to feel doubtful about their own lives, brought on by the stress of becoming an adult. Now I will say my situation, I had to become an adult like way earlier than a lot of my peers because I got pregnant my freshman year of college, so I didn't really get a chance to like go out, party, or not that much as everyone else around me. I had a newborn at home. So that's when I got a car in my own name, I got my own apartment, I had a job, I'm paying my own bills, like I'm really, steady adultish. But now it's like I'm going from one adulthood to the next, and it's just like I'm not content where I am, and I guess the stress of me not wanting to be here mixed with the untimeliness, I think that's the right word, of me trying to go to the next level. Like life, I said this in one of my videos, I don't know if it's still up, but life is literally not on your time. So me just trying to force certain things, like and I was working and I was telling some of my colleagues about how I just I want more out of life. Like I want to get married, I want to travel, I want to have more children, I want to be in a place where I feel financially like really stable. I could take vacations, go out of the country. I've never been out of the country. I want to be able to take my child out of the country. I want to be able to send him to college, like do a lot of things that I feel like I didn't have. I feel like now is the time for me to start preparing to do a lot of those things. Just like I recorded myself the other day, so I'm just gonna go ahead and insert that clip, I guess, now.
Today has been really hard for me. Well, this past week, really, I don't know. I'm just honestly struggling to be happy about my current situation. And it seems like, I'll get excited about something, or things will look like they're possibly getting better. And I just feel like I'm tired of being good, but not quite good enough. And I won't say in every aspect of my life, but within my job search, within relationships, within and I guess it could be just me not being positive about every situation, but it's like after so many disappointments and failures, and just feel like doors slammed in your face, like it's hard for me to like still be like, oh, like I'm so glad for this, and I'm so, I don't know, I just feel like happiness is hard to come by these days. And I feel like I would, well, granted, I don't even know, like, I guess I just want to be able to look back at this video maybe like a year from now, but I don't know, I just feel sad most days. And like it's hard for me to see the bright side of anything that I'm going through. And I don't know, I just feel like I don't, not that I don't have anybody to talk to, but I feel like well, yeah, people are not really gonna understand. Say, like, in the black community you hear a lot like, just pray about it. Like, I've been praying since December when I crossed the stage, and nothing has, well, I won't say nothing has happened, but I'm just still not where I want to be, and it sucks. And I see how it's affecting like every other area of my life, especially with Miles, because I just don't have a lot of patience because I'm just like trying so hard, and it just seems like it's all for nothing. Granted, I'm learning lessons, but I don't just want to learn lessons. I want to feel like what I'm doing is not.
So let me just tell you about like not all my L's, but like things that have just taken a toll on me. Like first of all, I graduated from school in December 10th, 2016. Kinda. Only like two people know this, but you know, like I think a couple weeks later, I got an email from, we were in the process, the marketing department was in the process of changing chairperson. Email like, yeah, basically you didn't really graduate. So I'm just like slap in the face. Like, well, so basically like everything, everything that I've been posting, everything that I feel like is just a lie. So, that kind of affected, well, first of all, they told me that, you know, I couldn't even take the class that I needed at my school, which was A&T. I had to like go to another school, so I'm just like, that's stressful because now I gotta, you know, like try to get in this class at this other school, yada yada yada. So that definitely affected my career search, because I'm like, if a job was to ask me for my transcript, it would say like not complete. That was like how my year started. So doing the job search, well, fast forward, I finally, you know, decided to look into the situation myself instead of just letting that hurt, you know, overwhelm me. Come to find out, like, whole time I could take the class at A&T, I should have just looked at my transcript and seen that the new chairperson didn't really know what he was talking about, and you know, like I could still take the class. So I end up, you know, taking the class at A&T. So now I am officially an alumna. I graduated for real this time. But then it's just like, okay, I got over that hump. Now it's time for me to get a job. I'm out here trying to get a job. Like, what's the problem? Because I've been in retail for the past 5 years. So you would think that, you know, somebody out there should be interested, you know. And not to say that I haven't had, you know, leads and interviews, but it's just like the circumstances for some, like they'll say like, you know, you're a really good candidate, but we're going to go with Keisha over here, or, you know, like I just don't have the experience that they're looking for. They want corporate experience. Just like, how I'm supposed to get corporate experience if nobody don't give me corporate experience? Like, it's just too much. So, don't have the job that I want. I think I mentioned, well, I've mentioned this in a few videos, but I took them down. So, I'm just going to, you know, talk about it for the last time and then leave it alone. Like, I met this guy. He was like the finest man that I had ever seen. So, I think, well, long story short, like that ended up not really working out the way I wanted it to. And I think the fact that I think sometimes we can fall for the what we want someone to be versus like what they really are or what they're meant to be. So I think I just got totally too wrapped up in my head and in my emotions like way too early. So and I just took it so hard for whatever, I guess like a soul tie, whatever you want to call it, because I was just doing like way too much. But I mean, it's fine, you know, like another L, which is okay. But as far as like my spirituality and being close to God, I feel like that kind of went downhill, because it's just like, okay, I'm going through all of this stuff, and I just feel like, first of all, God, why are you like allowing me to take all these L's? Like, what at the beginning of the year, like I was really like going hard, doing the right things, read my Bible, and when I say like doing the right things, I guess that means like being intentional about not sinning, if that makes sense. So like I was like, you know, just going hard, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm doing all these things, and you know, like where's the reward? I know that probably sounds bad, but that's how I was feeling. It's just like, okay, like you see me hurting, you see me crying, you see me like going through all this stuff, and it just seems like you don't have nothing to say. I don't feel nothing. Like I used to have dreams all the time that I felt like God purposely sent for me to either know something or to feel something. I ain't even having no dreams. I ain't been getting no like no nothing, and it's just like no. And then another thing is like when I feel like I'm going through a depression, or that I just want to talk to somebody, because I was going to counseling when I was in college, but since I graduated, that's not really an option anymore. So sometimes when I like reach out to older people and they're just like, just pray about it. Like imagine,
Mama broke my leg.
hmm?
Mama broke my leg.
Okay, well, just go ahead, just go pray about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead down to the church house and ask Miss Shirley to put hands on you, okay? And everything will be fine. Just go ahead, pray about it. Go ahead. Like what? Broke his leg, like. I'm depressed and you're telling me to, granted, like, okay, I can pray about it, but I'm gonna need like something a little.
About it, Mommy.
Yeah, you prayed about it. Is your leg fixed though? Amen. Yes. I'm gonna need a little bit more than some prayer, because I'm praying and I don't feel like I hear anything. I don't feel like God is answering my prayer. So I feel like that's a lot. That is a big part of why a lot of people my generation kind of resent church, resent God.
Hey, Mommy.
And there's another YouTuber. I was recently watching like a lot of her videos. Like I think a couple days ago, where she was talking about her quarter life crisis, and I think I'm gonna leave her information down in the description box below. But yeah, she was just talking about like how, and she is like a Christian YouTuber, so the majority of her videos are Christian based. But she was saying like how sometimes we can over sanctify or over spiritualize a lot of different things, and it doesn't always, like, we got to know like when to, and I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but like when to bring it down a few notches and just like, so that was another thing that I've been going through, where I just feel like God is not on my side, and I want to be talking to the right people who are going to tell me, good things. Like, I want to be able to have a relationship with God, but it's just, I don't know. So overall, like today has been a really good day. I would say September, I definitely realized that you are in control of your life, but at the same time, if you do feel like you're going through a depression, or if it's that deep and that serious, and you recognize, because you're pretty much one of the ones who is truly able to say what you're going through, how serious it is. But for me, I'm just really just trying to take all the good with the bad and just make the best out of it. Like, it might not be the season for me to be in the career field that I want, or it just might not be the time for the job that I want to be available for whatever reason. I do feel like God knows the end from the beginning, so for whatever reason that my little brain can't fathom, like things are just not going the way I want them to. So I'm just just trying to remain positive. Things that I've been doing, I find journaling to be really therapeutic, so I have a couple journals. I do recommend that if that's something that you find therapeutic, that you would use it in that time, or if you want to try it. For me, it's just like letting it all out to pages that aren't going to judge me, that I can look back on and see like my progress. So that's been really helpful. Going to the gym possibly, or just being outside, like literally forcing yourself to go outside, just smell the fresh air, see people. You never know who you might meet. Things like that. Of course, I have this little guy always forcing me to do different things, get up, get out the bed. So I'm just trying to be as positive about all of these circumstances and everything that comes my way as possible. So I hope that you all will do the same. As always, leave some comments down below about your quarter life crisis or things that you've gone through. But yeah, I love you guys as always. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share and subscribe, and I guess we will see you in the next video.
Bye bye. Give me a thumbs up.